The students of intermediate, how are you? All of you are staying at home and trying to keep yourself safe. And your final exam is knocking at the door, and I'm sure you are taking preparation and staying at home. And today, I'd like to offer you so that you can take an excellent preparation for your upcoming year final exam. Today, I will totally focus on the question pattern of your year final exam. Some of you have been confused. Some of you have been confused about the question pattern. Some of you are trying to know what kind of questions will be set for your final exam. Actually, today I am here to focus on the same. I will totally discuss about the question pattern of your year final exam. You know that you have already been given a routine, and as far as I know, in the second on 24th of this month, the exam of English will come, and for this examination you have to take preparation for 100 marks. Now, my dear students, I am going to give you some necessary information about the question pattern of your year final examination that is knocking at the door. Look at the board. This preparation, the preparation that you are going to take, must be combined by both English first paper and second paper. That means you have to take preparation for both first paper and second paper. Both first paper and second paper will combinedly, connect a lot of parts, and I would like to complete all the parts from this question of your year final. So, my dear students, look at the board and let us write every line of your question pattern, and you are requested to be ready. You are requested to be ready with your pens and strips. You are requested to write down the question pattern, okay, so that everything becomes crystal clear to you. Look at the board. Question pattern of your final exam 2020. Okay, how many marks are there? Total marks. Total marks 100. It will be an online examination. You have to answer for 100 marks, and for 100 marks, you will be given only 50 minutes. So you have to answer 100 marks, and in order to answer 100 marks, you have only 50 minutes. You have only 50. That means within 50 minutes you have to answer 100 marks. Now let us calculate what is there inside this 100 marks. Okay, now the sound is clear, I think. You have 100 marks and time is 50 minutes. Within 50 minutes you have to answer 100 marks. Now, my dear students, there are 100 marks, and from this one, in order to answer 100 marks, you have to answer 50 MCQs. So how many MCQs there will be? There will be 50 MCQs. Okay. 25 plus 25. What does it mean? It means 25 MCQs will be given depending on English first paper, and another 25 MCQs will be given from English second paper. Okay, so in total 25 plus 25 is equal to 50 MCQs. Okay, and so in total you have 50 MCQs, and each of the MCQs, the students, each of the MCQs contains 2 marks. So in total 50 MCQs, each of the MCQs contain 2 marks. So in total you have 100 marks. So totally 50 MCQs, and each of the MCQs contain 2 marks. 2 marks, and for both first paper and second paper you have 100 marks. So 25 questions from English first paper and 25 questions from English second paper. Okay, for 25 questions of English first paper, 25 multiplied 2 is equal to 50 marks. 50 marks from English first paper and another 50 marks from English second paper. So 50 marks is equal to 100 marks. So you are going to answer some 100 marks in your upcoming year final examination. So my dear students, up to this part we have learned that in your upcoming year final examination you have to answer 50 MCQs, and 25 MCQs will be given from English first paper and another 25 MCQs will be given from English second paper. Okay, and in total there are 50 MCQs. Each of the MCQs contains 2 marks. So in total we have 100 marks. In order to answer these 100 marks you have just 50 minutes. Okay, you have just 50 minutes, and the question pattern will be on MCQ, multiple choice questions. Each of the questions will have 4 options, A, B, C, D. The students, A, B, C, D, and you have to select one. Okay, so my dear students, options will be given for you and you have to select the most appropriate one. So my dear students, up to this part you have got some knowledge about the marks of the question, about the marks of the examination, the time of the examination, and number of questions from English first paper and number of questions from English second paper. Now I would like to go deeper into English first paper and second paper. My dear students, look at the board. Now I am going to talk about the syllabus. I am going to talk about the syllabus of English first paper. Syllabus of English first paper. I have told you that from English first paper you will be given 25 MCQs. Number of MCQs 25. Okay, so in total you have 50 MCQs in total. Question number 1 to 25. Look at my dear students, question number 1 to 25 will be dependent on English first paper. Question number 1 to 25 will be dependent on English first paper. Okay, and from these 25 questions, question number 1 to 25 will be on English first paper. 1 to 25 will be on English first paper, and if you want to take an excellent preparation, you need to take preparation regarding your English for Today book, and there is a notice which is given where the question pattern, where the marks, where the timing, everything was given in that notice, and there we told you that unit 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Dear students, this is the syllabus. This is the syllabus of from your EFT book. From your EFT book, you have to take preparation on Unit 6, Unit 7, Unit 8, Unit 9, Unit 10, Unit 11, Unit 12. 7 units are there. You have to take preparation from these 7 units. You can write, the students, you can write the important units needed for your upcoming year final examination. So how many units are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. Okay. Depending on these 7 units, question number 1 to 20 will be given. Just to look at, you have 25 MCQs for English first paper. Question number 1 to 20. Question number 1 to 20 will be on these 7 units. If you take an excellent preparation on these 7 units, I think you will get good marks. But question arises. What type of questions will be given? I'm going to repeat. What type of question will be given from these units, from these lessons? Okay, let us calculate. So up to this part, we have got that 25 MCQs will be given from English first paper, and from these 25 questions or MCQs, 20 questions will be from Unit 1 to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. There are 7 units. Okay. From these 7 units, 20 MCQs will be given. Now, I'd like to calculate which units are there. Dear students, very often you make mistakes because there is an old EFT book and there is a new EFT book. English for Today book, the units of your English for Today book have been reshuffled. We are going to make question from your new English for Today book. Dear students, we are going to set up questions from your new English for Today book, and according to our new English for Today book, the units that are important for you are, I'm going to write down the units for you, and under each of the units there are some lessons, and I will tell you the most important lessons of each unit. Dear students, we have 7 units, and under each of the units I will tell you the most important lessons. Okay, you are requested to be ready with your pen and scripts. Write down. So for question number 1 to 25 will be on unit 6 to 12. Look at question number 1 to 20. 1 to 20 will be on unit 6 to 12. Okay, so you have 20 marks from unit 6 to 12. Okay, which unit is at unit number 6? Look at. I am writing this topic because some of you have old English for Today book. Don't forget that we are going to set up question from your new English for Today book. I'm going to write down the important units as well as the lessons under each unit from according to your new English for Today book. Okay. Unit 6. Unit 6 is called adolescence. Unit 6 is, the name of Unit 6 is adolescence, and in this unit you have you have 5 lessons. Dear students, you have 5 lessons. All the lessons are important. Look at Unit 6, as Unit 6 is named adolescence. In this unit you have 5 lessons and all the lessons are important. All the lessons are important. Okay. Unit 7. Dear students, Unit 7 is called, the name of Unit 7 is human relationship. In this unit you have 3 lessons. You have 3 lessons. Look at the board, my dear students. Under Unit 7, you have 3 lessons. Only lesson 1 is important here. Okay. For Unit 6, all the lessons are important. For Unit 7, only lesson 1 is important. And this lesson is written about etiquette and manners. Okay. And the next one is Unit 8. And what is the name of Unit 8? It's about human rights. Dear student, it's about human rights. Under this unit, there are 5 lessons. There are 5 lessons under the unit, and actually there are, look at please, from Unit 6 you have to take preparation from all the lessons. From Unit 7 you have to take preparation just from lesson 1, and for Unit 8 there are 5 lessons, but you have to take preparation for 1 lesson only, and that is lesson 4 is really important, because here one of the important passages of your English for Today book is given. It's about Amerigo, a street child. So from Unit 8 you have 5 lessons, and 1 lesson is really important, and that is lesson number 4. Now our next unit is 9. It's about diaspora. The name of this unit is diaspora. Diaspora is very, very important for your upcoming year final exam, as well as it is important for your upcoming final exam, HSC exam. Now, how many lessons are there under diaspora? There are 4 lessons. From these 4 lessons, you have 2 important lessons. Lesson 1 and 4. Dear students, I am writing the names of these units because these units are according to your new English for Today book. Okay, and your question of your final exam will be set from according to English for Today book, which is the new one. Okay, from your new English for Today book. So up to unit 9, I have told you there are five lessons. Unit number 7 contains 3 lessons. Unit number 8 contains 5 lessons. Unit number 9 contains 4 lessons. Okay, these lessons are important. Look at please. You can write the names of the important lessons, and you can take preparation on these. Okay, I have completed up to unit 9. Now let's talk about unit 10. Unit 10 is called Peace and Conflict. Peace and conflict. In this unit there are 5 lessons. In this unit there are 5 lessons, and you have to take preparation on especially 2 lessons. Lesson 1 and 5. These are very, very important, my dear students. These are very, very important. Peace and conflict. Lesson 1 is written about the causes, definition and results of conflict, and lesson 5 is written about peace movement. Okay, look at the board. Important lessons are there for you. Okay, these lessons are really important for your SSC examination, SSC final examination. Another 2 lessons are left. Up to this part I have completed 10 lessons, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 11, unit 12. The students, now it's about unit 11. The name of unit 11 is Tours and Travels, and the name of unit 12 is Environment and Nature. Under unit 11 there are 4 lessons, and under unit 12 there are 5 lessons. Okay, unit 12 contains 4 lessons. These 4 lessons are less important. These 4 lessons are less important. Actually, lessons of unit 12 are really important. Very, very important lessons are in unit 12. Okay, here we have to take preparation on no lesson is important there, but there are 4 lessons important. 1, 2, 4, 5. These 4 lessons are important under unit 12. Okay, lesson 1 is about Buriganga, lesson 2 is about Hakaluki Haor, lesson 4 is about the Sundarbans, and lesson 5 is about Kuakata. So my dear students, I have already told you the units that are important for your upcoming year final exam, and I have given you the most important lessons under unit number 6 to 12. Okay, and depending on unit 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 20 MCQs will be given. MCQ number 1 to 20. Now we have to talk about what type of question will be set. What type of questions will be set from your unit 6 to 12. You are waiting for this moment, I'm sure. What type of questions will be set in your exam from this important lessons. I have told you that question number 1 to 20. Question number 1 to 20 will be dependent on these 6 units. Okay? And what type of questions will be given? This is the most important issue. What type of questions will be given? This is the most important issue. Okay? I am now going to talk about the pattern of question from question number 1 to 20. Suppose question number 1. I am talking about question number 1. For each of the questions, my dear students, for each of the questions from 1 to 20, a small paragraph will be given, a small text will be given, or you can say a small paragraph will be given for each of the question. So 20 questions will contain 20 paragraphs, or you can say 20 text. We will not give you the whole passage. I'm going to give you an example. I think this conception is not clear to you. I have told you that for 20 MCQs, 20 paragraph or 20 text will be given. A very small text, not the whole passage of a lesson. Not the whole passage of a lesson will be given. Only a small part or text will be given. For example, that means I am going to give an example and it will be crystal clear to you. I am going to give you a sample question at question number 1. Okay? Suppose this is question number 1. Here written, read the text and answer read the text and answer the following question. Suppose this is question number 1. Dear students. This is question number 1, and what is the headline? Read the text and answer the following question. That means here a very small paragraph or text will be given. For example, as a child, you must have been told to greet your elders and visitors to whom according to your culture and tradition. This is the text, and this is the text. Dependent on this text or sentence, one question will be given. For example, the word greet. Look at the question. The word greet in the text could be best replaced by dash. Look at this is question number 1. Read the text and answer the following question. And what is the text? The text is there. As a child, you must have been told to greet your elders and visitors to home according to your culture and tradition. This is the text, and depending on the text, there is a question. Look at please. Suppose the question is here. Depending on this text, one question is given here. The word greet in the text could be best replaced by. That means you have to look for the synonym of greet. You have to answer according to the meaning of greet in the passage. And under question number 1, 4 options will be given. You have to choose one option which would be the similar meaning, which would be the synonym of greet. So, dear students, you have 20 questions. Question number 1 to 20 will be dependent on unit number 6 to 12. For 20 questions, 20 small texts will be given. Each of the texts is important to understand the question and answer them. Okay, this is question number 1. At first, a very small paragraph or text will be given. Depending on this text or paragraph, one question will be given. Question may be on synonym. Dear students, look at me please. Question may be on synonym. Question may be on antonym. Question may be on identification of parts of speech. And question may be on information based. So, information based question, vocabulary based question, and synonymous and antonymous synonym and antonym based question also be given, will also be given. So 4 types of questions will be given: identification of parts of speech, synonym, antonym, and information based question. I have given one question regarding vocabulary based. You have to look for the synonym of greet according to the passage. So, my dear students, this is one question, one sample question. Okay, this is one sample question. Like question number 1, another 19 texts or small passages will be given, and under each of the texts, one individual question will be given. And the questions may be on vocabulary, synonym, antonym, and information. Okay, clear to you? I am going to give you another sample question. This is question number 1. This is question number 2. Read the text and answer the following question. Okay. The term diaspora refers to a group of people who have left their homeland and settled in other parts of the world The term diaspora refers to a group of people who have left their homeland and settled in other parts of the world, either because they were forced to do so, or they wanted to live on their own. Suppose this is a text or a small paragraph. Okay, depending on this paragraph, question number 2 will be given here. Okay, and so I'm going to set up one question from here. Suppose the word there is underlined. The word there is underlined. Okay, the underlined word is a or an dash. What is the question? The underlined word is a or an dash. There may be some options. The option number 1, suppose noun. Option number 2, pronoun. Option number 3, adjective. Option number 4, adverb. So you have to identify the parts of speech of the underlined word. Okay, and all the text or all the passages will be seen, will be given from your fixed units that I have already told you. Okay, and my dear students, you have already come to know about the question pattern of question number 1 to 20. For 20 MCQs, for question number 1 to 20 small or smaller passages or texts will be given. Under each of the texts or passages, one question will be given. So 20 question, 20 small passages or 20 texts. Okay, it is quite clear, it should be clear to you that the whole passage of your English for Today book will not be given. One small passage, one question. There will be one small passage, and depending on one small passage, one question will be given. A passage may consist of 1 line, 2 line, 3 line. Okay, very small passages or text will be given. So my dear students, up to this part we have talked about question pattern of MCQ number 1 to 20, and we have taken a decision that 4 types of question will be given. 4 types of questions will be given. Question regarding synonym, antonym. That means you have to look for synonym or you have to look for antonym. Question on information in the passage, and identification of parts of speech. These are the 4 categories from where question will be set, from question number 1 to 20. So my dear students, I think it's clear to you. If you have any kind of question, please write in the comment box. I'm sure I will give you the answer. Now I'd like to talk about question number 21 to 25. Question number 21 to 25 is also dependent on English past paper. Okay, now question number we can say MCQ number 20 to 25. MCQ number 20 to 25. MCQ 5 MCQs. That means MCQ number 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That means 21. MCQ number 21 to 25. That means 5 MCQs. These questions, these MCQs will be dependent on closed tests with clues. That means in your exam, normally at question number 4 of your English first paper, one passage is given, and on top of the passage a box is given, and this box contains 12 words, and you have to fill in 10 blanks in the passage with the words given in the box, and this system you call is fill in the blanks with clues. Actually 5 questions will be given, 5 MCQs will be given on fill in the blanks with clues, but a big passage will not be given. Yes, students, a big passage will not be given. So what kind of passage will be given for question number 21 to 25? Look at the board. I am going to give you an example. I am going to give you a sample question. Important for question number 21 to 25. Look at. Suppose Kuakata locally known as Sagorkonna. Kuakata locally known as Sagorkonna, daughter of the sea. Kuakata locally known as Sagorkonna, daughter of the sea. Probably look at Kuakata, locally known as Sagorkonna, daughter of the sea, is probably the southernmost dash of Bangladesh. This is question number 21. Okay, this is question number 21. You have been given a line. Okay, and inside this line there is a gap. And you have to fill in the gap. With a suitable word. And for your support, 4 options will be given. For example, A, B, C. Kuakata, locally known as Sagorkonna, daughter of the sea, is probably the southernmost part of Bangladesh. Type of Bangladesh, tip of Bangladesh, corner of Bangladesh. Which one is the ultimate answer? You can say the southernmost part of Bangladesh. Answer is correct. You can say this one is not correct. You can say southernmost tip of Bangladesh, correct. You can say southernmost corner of Bangladesh. 3 answers are correct, but you have to take one. Why? Because here there is no option by which you can combine 3 answers A, C, D. So you have to take the most appropriate one. Which is the answer here? What do you think? Which is the answer here? According to your English for Today book, it's tip. Dear students, these 5 questions depended on fill in the blanks with clues may be seen or unseen. These 5 questions may be given from your unit number 6 to 12, or it might be unseen. So it may be either seen or unseen, but 1 or 2 lines will be given for each of the questions and 1 gap will be there. You have to fill in the gaps with the options that will be followed that will follow the question. That is, you will get 4 options. You have to select one, the most appropriate one, to fill in the blank. Okay, my dear students, we have talked about 25 questions. I'm going to repeat. Question number 1 to 20 will be on unit number 6 to 12. That means for 20 questions, 7 units have been given. Okay, and we have given you a notice, and there is a post that was given by the administration of Dhaka College regarding the question pattern of your year final exam of English first and second paper. You have 20 questions, 20 MCQs. That means MCQ number 1 to 20. In order to get good marks from question number 1 to 20, you have to take preparation from unit 6 to 12. And in my today's class, I have given you the most important passages. Take preparation, I'm sure you will get good marks. Okay, and if you take good preparation, the preparation of your final SSC exam will also be ensured. And 4 types of questions will be given: synonym, antonym, information based, and identification of parts of speech. And there may be one question like a word is used in a sentence. Suppose look at Kuakata, locally known as Shagorkona, is probably. Suppose the word probably is underlined. The word probably is underlined. There may be another question. One question, and that is, what is the noun form of the word probably? What is the noun form of the word probably? You might be asked to identify. You might be asked to change the form of parts of speech. So identification of parts of speech as well as change of parts of speech will be given. Okay. So up to this part, we have talked about 20 questions, and for question number 21 to 25, you have to select a suitable option to fill in the blanks. That means question will be dependent on fill in the blanks with clues. Okay, and for these questions, a small sentence, a small text will be given. For question number 21 to 25, detached sentences may be given. Detached sentences, what does it mean? (21, 22, 23, 24, 25). Dear students, look at this is 21. Look at this. Civility means polite behavior or dash. This is a detached sentence, and in this sentence there is one gap. That means one word is needed here. Okay. You will be given 4 options. And from these 4 options, you have to select one suitable one, which is really which is really balanced in this gap. Is it clear to you? So my dear students, I have calculated, I have given you I think a little information about the question pattern regarding English first paper. Today I will not talk anymore. I will come to an end today. In my next class, that means tomorrow, I will talk about the question pattern of English second paper. The questions, the MCQs of English second paper will be really interesting. And I will give you a crystal clear conception about the question of English second paper tomorrow. Okay? I have a class tomorrow at 12 p.m. and in my upcoming class, I will talk about the question pattern of English second paper. You know that English second paper also contains 25 MCQs. Okay, I will talk about the ins and outs of the question pattern of English second paper tomorrow. I'm willing to have your participation in my upcoming lecture that will be held tomorrow. Till then, stay well and blessed. Goodbye.